Shalom, Israel. We let us start off with giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to like Abdir, doing his work of faith, and labor love, true sincerity. On the brother Shalom to my writers. All right, and we just want to just go in the spirit, pretty much um, upon this image, that you can clearly see here on the screen, and you can see the different devices, and things that Satan, has all used against us to try to destroy us as a people and even to destroy his own nation. All right. So with that, I'm gonna start off in Psalms 83. Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. The shore is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot Salah. And, wanted to get into this because, constantly nowadays, all we keep hearing is people talk about, oh yeah, the conspiracy theorists, oh yeah, the conspiracy theorists, and so on and so forth. But what is the real conspiracy? The real conspiracy is the plot, planning, and strategizing all of these nations, starting off with the so-called white man, has used against the children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to ultimately try to destroy us, man. The word conspire, as we know, means with breath, or loosely translated, with one breath. So on one accord, they planned all these different things. And as you can see clearly from the image, why do we have aluminum in so many different products in which we have? Why do we have fluoride in our water, which is known to calcify the pineal gland? Why are people hooked up on so many different type of psychotropic drugs? Or if any little thing is wrong with your kid, they want to give you a prescription like Ritalin or something like that, knowing that it takes from up to the first 5 years for the baby's brain, to develop. Okay, and all of these different things. You see what the towers and the mercury that's in these these vaxes and different things like this. All of these things are different ways in which they chose to destroy us. So how are we really creating conspiracy theories? Okay, when you bring out uh, one thing, and then it actually happens. Oh, it would happen to be a conspiracy theory until it actually happened. Now people want to all feel some type of way about it. You got to look at these things beforehand and understand who your enemy is. And your enemy is all these nations in which we just read, starting off with the so-called white man. Yes, sir, Corinthians 2 and 11. And also, a lot of this stems from what people wanting to continuously be underneath the shadow of Esau. You got it. And this is why so many people is going to get caught up, because they want to purposely be ignorant to his devices. I was watching a clip with Vlad TV, and he had the old football player up there. Now he's a commentator on the morning sports shows. I think it's Marcus or Marcellus Wiley, and he's nothing but a big coon, man, because he was up there advocating for it, because his wife is a nurse. And he said, yeah, his wife took it, he took it, so on and so forth. And he said, yeah, and people want to talk about Tuskegee, and Tuskegee didn't happen yesterday. Like, you really want to look into researching different things like this. But all of the history that's been done in America to our people that constantly destroy us, you still got coons up there, that are leading people astray, you know? And it's just crazy, the way in which people think. This is how we know that the scriptures are true. This is how we know that the scriptures are real. Because when we look at our people, go to that in Ezekiel, was that 2 and 5 or 3 and 5? Um, about how they are rebellious people, they will not hear. You know what I'm saying? Because everything in which we do, and because we don't have a white coat or a degree, a piece of paper backing us, you want to go against your own people and your own good for what you should clearly be able to see, that these people are doing to you. Yeah. Mhm. So that separates everything. That separates if we're really conspiracy theorists or we're speaking on clear facts. Because at the end of the day, everything that the Lord said is going to come to pass. Going into what Isaiah 42, before the Lord said, before things spring forth, I'll tell you of them. Okay, so we're telling you of the things that Esau is bringing to pass. We're telling you the things that's happening now and the cause and effect of what's going on down the line. And best believe that they're going to come to pass. Okay, because we can see this thing clearly. Now, the little idiosyncrasies that Esau is going to put forth, we don't know necessarily all of those things, but what we know the overall scope of the picture because the Lord gave us the blueprint of what's going to happen. We know that we still waiting on martial law. We know the ultimate thing that we're waiting on is the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, and that's currently why money and everything is going digital and why the dollar is continuously crashing. Because this is about to be what they said, what the fourth industrial revolution. With this new wave of technology and monetary system and everything like that. We see what's coming down the pipeline. You know, and that's the thing because people will look into things based upon what Esau has to say, but where does that intuition come in at? Where does the spirit speak expressively to you at? Because it's something that should be jumping out to you saying that this is wrong or what Esau is doing. Something should be able to click within your mind to let you know what time it is. But that lets you know that the Lord is not dealing with these people. Go to Romans 11. You know what I'm saying? So when we clearly see, how dumbed down people are, that's how we know what type of time they on because we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. The spirit of error is this world and everything that is produced by Esau, the facade that is produced by Esau, which leads to all this. All of this up on the screen is nothing but a distraction. There's nothing but a distraction. Kid got the phone to the ear, the Wi-Fi. These different things are distractions, man. They're distractions to take your mind off of the Lord, to dumb you down, to make you a machine for Esau. Exactly. Because we can clearly see, because it's really like talking straight to a brick wall when you're dealing with our people, man. you know. But what we've obtained, what we're seeking for, the knowledge, the true knowing of things, to truly know who our enemy is, to truly know who we are, and how we are to set ourselves free. We're not setting ourselves free by way of America. We set it not in some physical form. That's ultimately up to the Lord. But the Lord allowed us the mind, to set us free mentally to know what we're facing and to know how to defend against that. And that is with the word of Yahweh and Yahweh in Yahweh Shah. That's these holy scriptures that are for specifically for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It shows us how we got into our beginning, our middle, how we got into these different situations, and it gives us the exit strategy. Because the exit strategy is have faith until the end. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh.
James 1 and 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your souls.
Exactly. So receive what it's like that engrafted word. So when you look up the word engrafted, one second, word engraft, yeah, you got
Yeah, that word engrafted means planted by nature
mm,
and planted by other construction.
hey, hey, that all goes into it. Eight, implanted by others' instructions. Go to Job 33. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's around like the 14th verse. So implanted by nature, implanted by instructions. Who gives us our instructions? The Most High. Who gives Esau his instructions? The Most High. And the Most High has his angels, whether they're on the right hand side or the left hand side, appointed to do all his work upon the earth. Okay?
This is Job 33 and 14. For God speaketh once, yet twice, yet a man perceiveth it not.
Mm-hmm.
In a dream and a vision of the night,
Mm-hmm.
when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumbers upon the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction.
Right. So what did that word in graph said? Basically implanted instructions, man. So it's the Lord that implants these instructions within us. It's the Lord that instilled this word within us to know who we are, as I said, to know who our enemy is and how to defend against this, and our exit strategy, which is have faith until death, if it need be, man. But the majority of people are not going to get it, and they're going to continue to be sheeple within the society because the Lord didn't give them the mindset to be open to see what's clearly in front of them, man. This is clear as day that Esau is the enemy, and that everything that they're doing is against the people. I saw another, I saw another um thing up on social media today. Somebody took a screenshot of different people's profiles, and a bunch of people they were saying, man, you see what Biden just did? I regret voting for him and stuff like that. You got people saying that already, and this is the same month. It only happened days ago that he was put in the office, man. Why? Because people upset about the whole Biden putting in the law into effect of transgenders being able to go into women's sports and different things like this. You know what I'm saying? Them being put back into the military, stuff like that. Um, People were mad because they want reparations, and Biden just going to try to put Harriet Tubman face on the $20 bill, so on and so forth. So all these things, and people hooping and hollering and crying about Trump and crying about this, yet the devil is still before you, because ultimately the devil is a so-called white man in their whole master plan, and they all in cahoots with the same plan. That is the real conspiracy, man. Because on one breath or with one accord, they all come together to do these things. The elites, the ones that really hold the power, just like what happened earlier today. Earlier today, it was a bunch of people. They found a way to manipulate the stocks, and they did it with GameStop, and the stocks was rising. And then since the because the stocks and everything, they're manipulated by the elites. And since the elites wasn't aware of it, and it stopped everybody from getting this money off of the stock, they froze people's accounts, and they stopped people from being able to buy. And now they said the next day they're gonna open up accounts and let people buy shares slowly to let it even out or something. All they're doing is allowing the price to drop back down so that people can't make the money in which they thought they were gonna make, because the whole stock market and everything in the society is manipulated, man. They're manipulating everything. And it shows you by that, because people was going crazy over all this. People thinking they making all this money with the stock through GameStop and how much it rose up in percentage. And a lot of people that was on that Robinhood app, they froze their accounts for the time being, man. So they couldn't do nothing, man. you know? This is the game in which Esau's played. But you people are nothing but sheep, as this thing shows, man. You know?
It says
You got it.
that he may withdraw men from his purpose and hide pride from men. He keepeth back their souls from the pit by the way.
Hey, because Lord willing, we're a part of that elect. That's what the Lord is doing for us. You know, as far as us being in the truth, what we hope to be, we know that we're called and we hope to be chosen. We hope to be a part of that elect. So we hope that the Lord keepeth our soul back from the pit and keep us tried and true and thick and thin with the Lord all the way to the end, that we can stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and stand in the face of the devil and let him know what time it is, and that we not buckling, we not folding to be a part of, this new world order right now, man, that he's trying to implement, and take over the people like he is the Lord himself, and what you're not. You're nothing but a puppet, on a string, just how everybody else on the planet is, man. You are a creature of the Most High, you know. You're just a freak of nature type of creature that just loves to, you know, steal, kill, and destroy, man. You had anything else? Yeah, so with that, we hope this segment was edifying, and we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Makakodash, the Bawanas, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom, select out there, doing this work of faith, and live for love and true sincerity. Shalom.